Edwards, who runs courses for Kidfluencers and believes YouTubing is a sensible aspiration for children. And TV presenter Kevin Dwala, who says Kidfluencers are vulnerable to bullying and mental health issues. So, Laura, you can't blame youngsters wanting to be YouTubers. It's what they see. It's what we would have maybe, I don't know, wanted to be pop stars or you know, astronauts, whatever. They are watching YouTube. They're seeing kids having fun and living a great lifestyle with cars and toys and whatever they want, and they want to be it. But as grown-ups, as parents, as adults, should we be protecting them?
Yeah, I think you need to protect the children on screen time for a start. However, for a child to be an influencer or kidfluencer, as we say in the industry, it's a way of them creating their skill set, as in, you know, it gives them confidence, communication skills. Some of our influencers are dancers, footballers. So it's an opportunity for them to express their creative skills.
But they're doing it on the net. It's not like they're going to a camp to improve their singing skills and then maybe one day they'll go off to drama school and be an actor or a singer. They're right there learning in front of the eyes of the world and therefore being exposed to all sorts of things coming right back at them.
It's actually safer because the parents run and manage the channels, so it's actually safer than each child individually, if they're not an influencer, having their own account. Because if the child, if they're not an influencer, as parents, you don't know what they're looking at unless you monitor it. Whereas families manage these influencer accounts, and they are actually policing all the comments, policing the likes, etc.
Kevin, this is just, you know, a reality of the modern world, isn't it? I mean, you know, kids are going to be online anyway, one way or the other. This is a way of just managing that arena, managing that space, and perhaps turning our children into confident, creative, perhaps even open-minded children.
If they're successful, then yes. But I'd just like to make probably a bold statement now. There's probably thousands, if not millions, of parents out there who are trying desperately hard to reduce their children's screen time and reduce their time online. And I find that a summer camp, I think the course, you're promoting them to spend more time online, because the only way that they're going to benefit and better their content is if they spend more time on their phones. And I think us as parents, we want to try and reduce that.
As the influencers, the children, it takes about 15 minutes to half an hour to film a video, and it's the parents, it's the editing time that takes the time.
Well, I think it depends on how many takes. I mean, I can imagine the parents going, oh, no, can you smile a little more, a little bit more, John?
I'm not sure that Kevin means the children doing it. I think he means is these children are encouraging other children to watch more and more and more and to believe it. And a lot of these things are placed commercially. So the youngsters might start off going, oh, I've got a lovely toy from grandma, but then someone's giving them something to say it's great. You're turning them into sort of advertising tools as young as 8.
My issue there with that is that looking at the summer camp, and when I say this out loud, it sounds really wrong, but you're influencing and creating content, creating young children with the end goal that they're going to be picked up by a big company to sell their products. So when I say that out loud, does that sound right to you?
No, it's a case of the children go to the summer camps to learn how to edit, to learn how to film, to learn how to make a thumbnall, to learn
in order to get a big company to sell their product. So, that's what an influencer is. Otherwise, they'd just be a YouTuber. They're an influencer because they're influencing people to buy the products.
No, it's not all about advertising, though. Some of them don't. Some of our talent don't even have sponsor content on their channels. They just do it for the fun of it.
I think
to create the content.
I think there's two things there. There's one, obviously, because of the business side of things and creating content to then get a big money, you know, all of the big prize money out there. It's because companies are buying into these children, selling their product. But my concern is that you mentioned it takes 15 minutes to do create some content.
Yeah.
When they do that, they go home. When do they do that? They do it after school, right? When they potentially should be doing their homework. And that's what I'm saying. It's hard enough for parents
Kevin,
as
that's a hard one. That's a hard one because kids have always wanted to play, and this is just the favourite thing to play.
I know.
They love it. It's fun. They don't see it in the way we do. They see it as, you know, doing what the people they admire do.
Well, in order to get the perfect take, they're going to be doing it again and again and again. Do they get tired? do they just rush their homework? Because what becomes more important, their homework or the content?
But that's up to the parents
and then when they go back to
make
school
sure
the
that they do
following
their
day,
homework.
are they tired? Is their schoolwork
what
suffering?
slightly worries me, Laura, is that for young children, they're seeing a measure of success. And we heard there in the number of subscribers. Now, I know we probably asked them that question in that VT, but it's still important.
Yeah.
How many subscribers? It's an incredibly shallow level of success to have as a young child. As a young child, you should be thinking about other people. You should be compassionate, just enjoying your talents rather than I have to be the biggest. I've got to have more and more than everybody else. That can make you very materialistic, very greedy.
Yeah, this is just new media, though.
But that's why Instagram have
But let Laura just answer.
This is new media. This is influencer marketing. This isn't going to go away. If you go into a classroom and ask the classroom how many children want to be influencers, I guarantee you it'll be in excess of around 40%. And that is what it's all like. You know, it's like the children want to know how many subscribers they got, how many likes, how many comments, etc. But it's just the way of their life.
How popular are your camps at the moment then? Have you got?
So we've only just started the creator camps, but we're now about to roll out the Influence Academy.
Right, and how many people have you got sort of interested at the moment?
Well, our talent agency in itself have got over 100 influencers, but they're not all Kidfluencers.
Right,
They are
right.
mums, dads,
You know, on the
and celebrities.
you know, on the course, what specialists you have specialists that specialise in
Yes,
areas. So
yeah,
what do they specialise in?
So they specialise in editing. They specialise in videography. For
Gives them the
instance.
skills.
They
Kevin.
might even be
Yeah.
some of these cameramen before
Yeah.
long. You know, the confidence skills, communication skills.
So why don't you call it a media camp? And not a Kidfluencer camp.
The word influencer is now this new media, and it's not going to go away.
So what specialists do you have there who deal with low self-esteem and rejection?
We've got all of that as well as.
So are they
will have
qualified?
the whole lot. Yeah, they'll be qualified. Yeah.
So what is
we
their
haven't
title?
started the influencer academies yet.
But what is their
So
title?
We haven't recruited those people yet,
So you
but they
haven't
will
got
be
them in?
qualified. No, they will be.
All right.
Yeah.
You haven't.
Not
but,
yet. No.
But will they be in place when you start the summer camp?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not going to be a summer camp. We're going to run these camps on a monthly basis.
Guys, we're going to have to leave it there. It's really interesting. It's an
Very
interesting debate, and I started this debate thinking, no, I don't think this is a great thing, but I'm actually now going the other way a little bit and going, well, actually, maybe it is reality, and we have to sort of embrace it,
Yeah,
but manage it. And I think your point about the sort of the emotional support and everything else, as long as that's in place.
It's important that we keep the kids safe and the brand safe.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what we do.